The guild has need of you, comrade.
Ah! Oh, Lyris was right. This camp is rolling with the ice rain. And they're definitely producing the here. I was even able to slip away with one. Need to get closer, though. There's more to figuring out than just watching from... I need to know exactly how they go about creating them. With your help, we can learn everything about here in this camp. It's a landing site for the boat on the island of Ice Reach. Plus, they're collecting something here that goes into the process of medallions. Get me to the center of the camp, I can learn what that is. Determining how they create these medallions is an enormous help. My host accelerated their plans. They need more medallions for a reason. A big harrow storm. We need to be ready. What do they have to do with battalions? Let's examine the nearby graveyard. examine the headstones. Let's determine what's so special about exhumed bodies. Be something that connects these graves to the medallion. Finished? You come to any conclusions? Well, we lean over the headstones with a fine-toothed comb. If we can determine why the Coven dug up these particular bodies, it will tell us something about how the medallions were enchanted. Of course, compare notes and look for common makings of a fine scholar, my friend. Now, let's see. I know there were a mix of different races here. Weren't all Nords. Anything new about the departed? What was that? Not true. The inscriptions mentioned wives. Of course. That. No, that's not right. Of course. Compare and look for the makings of a fine... Really? Which headstone did you examine? I read it. Of course. They did. Tell me more. Well, yes. So were the weren't disturbed. We're trying to do... Of course. They did. Tell me more. Of course. And I see that. Stones on the exhumed graves all mentioned that he was old when they died. Let me think. Some necrotic spells require the elderly. Something to do with... To one necromantic thing. The older a living thing becomes, the more necrotic energy it really acquires. As a body old and withers, the life inside it decays. Necrotic energy is the byproduct of deterioration. I now know enough about how they create the medallion of my research along. I'll return to the base and start putting an elixir together. To fully craft an elixir to defend against the storms, require a sample of refined nether. We need to determine what the Grey Host has planned. Help Lyra and Vanna at the other camps. Meet me at the Blue Palace.
Bold in the midst of the west. I'll say this, they aren't afraid to draw attention to them. That's why I was waiting for you to... It's the Grey Host is used as a supply depot for raids across the stacks of witchpikes queries. Assume is fine netherroot brew. Right. And I heard the camp leader tell us short news arrived from Black. Let's go do. This cart, other one. Not there. We didn't. I has him before he gets. Leaving? Get back. Over here. Over here, part.
Yeah!
Dismount, sir. Found the refined brew. Let's... With us, we have even moments. Sable I would have gotten nether root. After all this, Fen better it to me, sir. Refined solitude. We'll meet up in bursts when back from their missions. I hope they're all right. And has proven himself after what happened in Ravenwatch. They're unusual. He's braver than I thought. Anyway, meet me and finish up.
They play. Unnatural storm. Nothing but Akma.
I don't see camp. Law packs.
Get some. The guards will.
Free! God damn it, run! I came here to learn Grey Host has. What did I find? Good citizens afflicted by the Harrow storms and kept for some ungodliness. No matter how many I free, the Harrow will not leave this place. That's all I've been doing, and trying to get these afflicted to leave this place. The Herald, the storm robs them of will. He wasn't able to slip to the camp, though. Agreed. Appear to be a number of host warlords in discovering should be possible. We need to be careful and wind up serve best. Coming arrived. Name Rada, the Ashen and hushed and was on the communicator, and see if we can learn.
I left my tent, Lord Queen or Netherroot. Siege immediately.
And Pinto.
Sart's fallen. I have never seen surround her lord so filled with sorrow or such rage.
Does the loss of the Exarch alter our plans?
Not in the least. The strike on the current land, Exarch Ulfra tests the improved with the Undergrove.
Attack on Solitude? We need to move. The Grey Host definitely has something big planned. Let's search for our coppers. That's what we were looking for. Let's talk. From Rada is the chill down my spine. Plan for Solitude. It might be more dreadful than heck. You get back and determine the location of this Undergrove place. You saw what happened at Kill Carthwatch. Whatever they have planned for Solitude, it sounds a whole lot worse. I wish we knew more about this Rada al-Saran and what drives him. A family of monsters? Who could imagine vampires working to... let alone talking about one another like brothers and sisters? It's not natural. I'm glad I got to look around Blackreach, but I can't wait to see the sun and sky again. No matter how burns are, it's buried alive. I'm here to find a host has but Fenrir medallions are creating a sample of the refined and Lyris at the Athenian solitude. Then we're done here, I hope, and the threat of the Grey Host. Meet you back at the Blue Palace, my friend.
It's your help. A word.
What is it?
So we have a way to defend against the Harrow Storms, or what?
Elixir should do what we need. I did neither fen nor any miscalculation.
Olin, don't be so... He'll work. You're back. Mjolnir discussed ways to... We've got to protect her. It's in but I figured out how to defend us. The great unstable mix of alchemy to create an arc and the brew focused Charostor to prepared which genius exploitable. Find brew as the that we understand how they create. We can use those set replicate protective properties. We just need to gather opponent. Its associate will pro most of the I need. There's one fiend required. For these reasons I simply walk dead and claim it myself. I need you to acquire K's sick. A holy associated with a god popular due to imperial influence. It's by the priests in the whole of the to provide against necromancy and the undead. We need that to create our...
My help. I'll put the whole of the... Mog, put away the tankard supplies Fen requires.
Yeah, royal ladiness. But I'm keeping the tank.
What do you want?
Retired by the Vidas Fargrip.
The high do is the afflicted. Back.
Can I do, Your Highness?
Listen to my friend.
I'm surprised to hear. As you influx of refugees has made much more hectic than you. Is it due for Princess Svana? Sacred orb. That's the today has come seeking our balm. Thing arrived with an edict. Demanded apply. Took the dead without it, I have no... Sword Thane wouldn't say. He just mentioned that I needed it to defend solitude. I'm supply with the princesses. Things are hard and refugees must take shelter. Sword Thane took the oil to castle. That's where all supplies for a siege are gathered during drive. Pray that High Kingdom receives wisdom to see us through. Solitude Foundation began destruction of castle. It's the oldest structure, and I tried refugees there for safety, but my was denied. King has plans, I suppose.
Oh, Castle Dower is Princess Svana.
So our
I
business
don't
is
have time for this praise right now. We keep up with them, so speak and let me get yours from the high stockpile the eye of sacred oil of the tier with confines of her. Ensures the holy way. Prepare the outers and every day. Still, giving you the oil the High King's eating. I suppose look the other way for a moment, wouldn't notice if a flat.
do.
Strictly just the what to
Hey,
How can we help?
every despite you would only our efforts. Go, the thing does my daughter waste a foot.
My never been a caring parent. This has made him even. Let's get this to Fen. My father certainly changes once we present the to him. Trying to protect me as that's most own fault. I know it's on him. This entire crisis. That's what this well, tower is the most part of this. And outside the wall, mother is using the files. They need to go somewhere. Come on, let's go.
Need to get on my trust feet.
Once it has to be elixir.
As you say. Here they come now. Sacred oil? Add it to the cauldron. It's rested. Cock. With the oil is complete. Produce a tribute to the peace Skyrim. Need to test it. Of my work dealing with forces. For the next strike, you and Svana learned in help. You and Exarch was Aerostorm Ridge Cove. Go there and drink. During my exploration across an ancient site, it's called Night Barrow. This honest be instance. Once there, Svana from a safe distance, while Lyris steps storm. From tell the mid arrow sank in reach in the distant past. Somewhere in its chambers, we'll find the undergrowth. Arrow is hollow. Haven't you there?
You infect till we clear a path.
Fine. Don't take all.
Liam, let's it. This.
These in... And with the Harrow Storms.
You honor me with your presence, my king.
Grey Host, stay quiet and listen.
This Harrow storm must be the biggest we have ever wrought, my sister-in-arms.
That's the leader of the
Have
Grey
we heard
Host.
from Solitude? Is everything in place?
I have been assured the city is ready
Rada
for
al-Saran and Axar. Should we post...
Right.
Murderers love it, Singalis.
Join him.
Your crime.
Allow me the honor of filling the...
Very well, Greymoor.
Let this storm the bone!
Oh, no, no! You do it.
I brought on that. You
Nothing happened. Fenzilix, another one of leader. We've done. Never. We need to distribute to the other massive hits. Find out who is. Meet Palace. And there's a way to fight against the hair. He'll have a city. I know. So quick. Fronted Ron and Exarch Lord with his fall. I had. If I when fourth storm, the elixir from barely thought about doing. I just down and storm. I don't disagree. There was option, and my people.
Daughter, to do something. Don't regret her. Know exactly. Our enemies were closer, and now my daughter to me next. Will if return if some heinous. Yet, tell me it's miraculous, or I have the lot of. You minded enemy. Me to a word. Eat worms purchase in the wood to rot my. I solitude holds fall. Trana, perhaps. No. No. Need words are but most foes. Offer a mint golden dagger in the hell. I knew from the likes of.
Don't be for save our people.
I knew. You have acted past my expectations. More. I'll hear miracle the Grey Host. Storm and solitude. Them really awfully turn.
Not now, Lee. I need to think.
But King Yoren believed the interest of his people at heart. Something targeted arrow storms have gotten it. Not as grim as theirs. We, sir, the people from the Harrow Storm must need to distribute it. Me take the... and it.
Father, poor Grey Host. How long has he been a Potter's death? And what has he told? It's almost to bed. And there's the hair. I don't know what to do. You're right. I know, it's just... He's my father. Focus. Storm coming to save this. That's what's important right now. Can make more. Get it into the... We say, though. We'll have to Isle of the Divines.
What do you...
They hold. They came out of Tower Wolf.
Damn it!
Fall!
Soldier, me exactly what happened.
The great foothold. He is lost.
Nothing on your...
Yes! Eyes for that. Tell the prince it won't happen again. You need to and than my soul, High King, did he betrayed us. Gore, a herd out of cut soldier. Only I were able to before they sealed the bars for the days. The herd knew out. Not the as far hosts a Harrow evacuate while there's steam. Of us will if we flee.
That's acceptable. We can't get the city to make more, then we have to stop this.
Yes, we've kept watch. Which pikes around the city.
We missed something. Which pike are summoned?
The Grey access people from beneath the...
Could easily pikes out.
The Grey Host has to move him, not launch their attack.
That's a block. The witch pikes are there destroyed.
Ominous. And miss my under solid. That's the ritual. Must be somewhere in its structure. The air arrived. Graces. And from what I could tell, Sva al-Saran side. Not on as a group, they'll be a horde. You go across the bridge to them. Well, guard are more than capable. Or turn this gate in the outer to what keeps wall. The fear stealthy. Gate key, but enough. You strengths this bell. Play, pad, move quickly to find the ritual site. Quick. Join.
I don't... What am I supposed to do with flasks?
If we run it, throw walls. Get out of the...
And find the rituals to disrupt.
Split up. Suppose that makes sense. I'll go with our friend here. Oh, this looks different. This book? I recognize... It's Singalis. It's more of... However, for Reho. This might be... Assumption, incantations... Instructions on the placement of runes throughout Greymoor. All the way to... My gods! This entire town... It's a witch pike. The... I sensed... It was... You see this entire site. It turned to a... Gale. You can see... I... Show destroy this town. We need to keep... Fight disrupt guy out there. Heroes steal life and pull the... of the Grey House and into the... They reincorporate something to do... I think. Almost... A way to reverse the Harrow store the Harrowed, if the notes are compressed. Experimentation and... We lack all three of those at the moment. Svana, our function.
Is that even possible?
That's my way.
Hey, this
Who is it? Master.
are a Greymoor, the seal man.
I am a puppet. Then the Lee shall you...
We need to...
Benters, go this way.
Look, irrelevant. Just storm they plan to unleash.
Getting much done.
Hounds arrive once more.
Area.
And Brother Al...
You're persistent, me, mortal. Killed my beloved brother, Singalis Wolf. I freed them back. Bolak Bob. I seek the transition. As it would bleed flesh from bones, were pressing to attend to. As I persist, as much leads me to flames. I sing to attend, but know as I feel each death, you shall feel it when the herald every solitude ship when you old was but few. Right, I think once the is finished, they will be.
What? Damn them.
Urging the power to the keep, giving control of the Herald.
You and have leaders, you and are going up and fire.
They're waking up. Get ready to fight. Keep moving. Don't let this.
Stop the spell. It's getting strong.
Oh, into the upper levels. I need to get that door open.
Everyone, protect.
Got it.
The door.
Complete swap. You are power. I leave the herald.
High up, fall to the ground.
Moment day, Al-Farah.
Power can unfold. He's potent.
The great was
They're potent.
tapped locating their.
Figure that the
Fair enough. Friends, lead the way. What is it now?
These tunnels look fresh. Harrow fiends. Is that what became of the Herald Svargrim brought to us?
the temple. Invade this place.
Is that Princess Vana?
It's begun.
Look, Tower of the Wolf. The storm's only formed.
My father's up there. Open the gates and let's...
Feeds below. Take me to the streets.
You and I will keep that from happening. Test and deal with Svargrim.
Yes. Only up. Let's go.
Come witness to my action. Father Al-Sara has given power beyond the king you can. Behold! To aid his death is saved. It's done. Father and end storm. The city scans. Power of the wolf and damaged beyond. Of course not. My High King of Western Sky had the Bible in his heart. For yes, as for Ron and Host, I am not entirely what they're after. Enough of this. Get to work. Father gone, someone to restore the holds. On behalf of him, take this with... We would out you. Rest, friends. Be tended to... longer. We'll have soon enough. Whatever Ron and the Grey Host... Not fitly they you.
Lyris, how much of mine?
Worried about.
It Christ. But things were leaked before it. The gate is long as the harrow flood of through Lyris cleaved scythe through wheat. I didn't stem the tide. Or went wild. Let out, as it were. I was rending and slashing. Then Lyris whacked me with a blade. That last thing I remember. Not my finest hour, but the elixir my next priority, of course. As long as the Harrow Storm threat, we need to defend. After that, to examine the records we took from Greymoor Keep. I still think there's a cure for the Herod in there. Sadly, I don't think there's any hope for them. Their life energy was sucked dry, turning them into feral beasts. Restoring them is my capabilities, I'm afraid. At least with the Herod, not so far gone as to be a lost cause. As soon as we produce enough of it, yes. But protected Svanna? No.
Is what happened? And where? A parent's bit deeper than a soul, but Svanna's stronger than she for, and didn't need strength in the coming days. Told me the tavern at the lonely choice land. Then again, he's a skald, so what do I... Come on, there's her done. Out of everyone in the Hall of the Dead, make sure Castle Dow. The Harrow Fiends inside, short of stone wall, going to keep from pushing through. The one I killed was more. And they overrun Befouled. Seen him like that, sneaking and showing what a true vampire. Took Fiends by surprise. I did have to throw his head, though.
The guild help.
Ha! You aren't raising it.
We saw the storm break.
I regret the raid back, but I'll cheer put that biter of a high kick. Svanna. Didn't have to kill her. Svanna, whatever that's what he's going. Hold the hell yet in the... We hold him. Need to work this Svanna. Cruiser, the acting Jarl, Hatter's fate, and the Queen. We can batter him and him enough to rule. Remain by the Harrow, and I'm Grey Host. Good and bad, either. My wife and anyone care for our people. Trust to protect Morthal.
We seem to have survived, thank the gods. I thought for certain we were all about to witness the end of the world. No thanks to Svargrim, his eye. After you and the princess went off to Blackreach, I gathered whoever we could and made our stand here in the Hall of the Dead. I'm just glad we don't have to be permanent residents. Far fewer than feared when the storm began. Thanks to you and the princess, with the storm over and the Grey Host driven from Castle Dower, my soldiers will get the city into shape. As long as no one else attacks us in the meantime.
They're here! They're at the gates!
The Grey Host? I thought we were done with them for now.
The Grey Host!
Really, Missy Rice speaking before.
No one, damn it. No, maybe you can or not. Join the. I wish to throw you like that. Constance told me that he would be me to suppose you. That's why I sent her in the. I'm not king of these, though. If they bargain, but never aches. Well, here she comes now. Let's see what she has.
Welcomes within our
Walls, my father willing to sloping hand. I'm not your honor, Skald King. Holding the to do what I could. I'll be Skald. There's more thing I'd like you and our Grey Host far from over. We need more entrance back and pray for. Unfair.
Over here.
To fight with the of a clever.
Despite what in mind proclaims blood. Good, you're here. You've made a breakthrough. Discussing a with Mjolnir, and it seems like we're very close to Tixering restorative. So it just happens the between a body. As far as I've been able to into the room, I'm certain I can to heal this. It's just theory at this. More testing before we can provide a viable antidote. Weeks? I know. Put hold. I have a batch brewing and materials to keep another. They promised us a eye of Arcades that's not actor. We know an Singolic replicates, but we still need a server. Thus far, if we keep our supply, we can enough for all matter of weeks. Ransack, Grey, Stockpile, or mounted, otherwise decades to produce a prop. Elixir will to curing the Harrow. In as I surmise, the Grey areas contain Grey Host warriors. They connection to the soul's trap. The energy from the pull husks. I believe are in the physical forms of the Grey Host are reincarnated stone that through a mix of Wallace's alchemy and sorcery magic of the archers. Oh, they're burnt.
This whole turn before we be. Tell me you've got still a lot bring is healing knowing that we're on the. What did Fen have to say about the elixir? Best news, take it. Having our soldiers we have against. I'll go to the stealth takes. Would be cause for celebration if he can back even if lost to the storms and to try. That's all I needed to. We should be before it grows. Nothing. Just Nordwake. Celebrate we've lost and lives we have. None of us would dirges for or celebrate, not for you, sir, to lead you since down this path. I'm here at the end. Daughters of today of daughters of our we are here.
We stand!
We raise our voices, tell sovereign guard of the dead, of the world that the near are.
The fallen Namu howls, jointers in bank and song and brawls, the horns, the bells, the him. We will sky.